What's up, guys? In this episode, an update on the road to $500. Let's go. All right, so taking a look at this challenge, the road to 500. Remember, start off with $100 back in November. One lucky subscriber is going to win the 500 once I get to it, and I will get to it no matter what, even if I go broke. Um, So last weekend, the Krylov versus Span. Unfortunately, the main event fell through. So it's a bit tough to really study the results. You guys know I like to study the results, but with this fallout and the fight, especially the main event, I was heavily exposed to the main event, so that sucks. As a lot of you, I'd imagine, were exposed to the main event because it was such a short fight card. It was hard not to be exposed to the main event. So going back to the $500, started off with 123. We risked $10, which was 8% of our bankroll, and we won $13. I won the cash games, all of the cash games, and I min cashed one of the haymakers at $5. So a $3 net profit. Yeah, $3, which is pretty good considering how much we risked, which was $10, $3, 30% ROI. I know those are little numbers, but percentage wise, they're good. Uh, Again, we're banking on winning these GPPs. I didn't want to go too heavy because this was a weird fight card. It was a good cash uh, a fight card because it was a small slate, but not too many heavy favorites. And any small slate is just never a really good GPP card. So I didn't want to risk too much, as you guys can see here. So up $3, we're at 126.80. At least we're up. Going to the actual GPP, this is the Haymaker, $1,189. The winning lineup was Mike Malou, Trevor Peak, Nurilu Aliyev, Jordan Levitt, Jasmine, and whatever her last name is, and Ode Osborne. Ode Osborne, that was a crazy fight that he won. I kind of had a feeling too, but so that's the thing. It's hard to judge going on the numbers or your gut feeling. I'm gonna have to start trusting my gut feeling a little more. I'm a little afraid to it because I like to look plainly at the numbers. I'm always against having that gut feeling, but my mind is slowly starting to change. As this is, right? We're learning as we go along. So ownership, nothing too special. Again, I'm not going to put too much stock into reviewing these results because the fight was canceled. But it's good to take a look at the percentages, see what was out of the ordinary. The Levitt fight, he was predicted to be 33. He came out at 46. That was a really high ownership on uh, Jordan Levitt. I believe the reasoning being is the line started moving in his favor. He actually became a favorite, and he was priced as an underdog, so that the value of him um, was probably too good to pass up. One thing that did trip me up about this GPP here is the winning lineup was not duplicated, and if you see the percentage of the fighters in this lineup, we have 46, 41, 37, 28, 28, and 20. That's really high ownership per fighter overall. I can't believe that was not duplicated. The only reason why I can see that not being duplicated is he did fade the main event in a small fight card. So that could be something we could take into consideration moving forward. When you're playing a GPP in a small fight card, it might be a good idea to fade the main event. In this case, it was a great idea because it got freaking canceled. But that principle is still there. It's going to be very hard to avoid the main event in a small fight card, a slate. So it might be a good idea to fade the main event and enter a large field GPP. That's pretty tough when you're fading the main event in a small slate fight card. Okay, moving on. That's as much as I'm gonna talk about there. Sucked that the main event went through. I was about the main event, but this week's is gonna more than make up for this past fight card. Going to the Rainmakers. This was the rare. Ali played the rare. Again, I personally had Ryan Spann in my lineup, which really ruined it. And also had Andre Muniz actually as my captain. So that really sucked. Actually, I didn't have Spann. I had Krylov. Now that I think about it. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Andre Muniz was pretty high owned at 44%. So that was a little bit of a shock there. But other than that, what we can take away from this, again, I don't want to put too much stock into analyzing this because there was a fight canceled and it wasn't just a fight, it was the main event. But as we can see here, the top three fighters made the optimal lineup. So top three here, a mid fighter, and then like a mid high fighter made the first place in the rare contest. Again, the percentages, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm not gonna put too much stock into this because main event was canceled, so things could have changed drastically. I think they would have changed drastically if that was not the case. But I'm gonna end it there. I am considering changing that Road to 500 from DFS to Rainmaker and do a Rainmaker challenge. I still got to work out the details of how I'm gonna do that, but I will give you guys an update on that, and it's something I'm seriously considering. So stick around for that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.